broadcast journalist, she had exclusive access inside the courtroom in the O.J. Simpson trial. Rolanda Watts used her talk show to get kids out of gangs and save teens from suicide. Rolanda is also an actress, a comedian, and a novelist, and she's here in Cincinnati for a book signing today and tomorrow at the NAACP Convention. But first, Rolanda is in our studio. It's so good to meet you.
It is so nice to meet you.
I remember that talk show back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And what a great thing it was. Before we get to the book, I want to talk about some of that stuff.
Sure.
Talk about that time,
sure.
O.J. Simpson, and did you watch the show?
Yes, I did.
You did. What did you think?
I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah?
I think they did a fantastic job, and it also really boosted people going back watching my show on YouTube. It seemed like it was just yesterday. The issues are still the same.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of the work that we did, and they did a great job reenacting the whole era.
And it really hits home with me how much those families, Nicole Brown Simpson's families and Ron Goldman's family, I mean, they are still in so much pain from that.
Absolutely. But you know something, as horrible as that whole incident was, look at all of the things that came out of it. More awareness for domestic violence, more talk about that type of thing. So I think that we are still living the residue of that trial, and it's still just as right there in front of us in our heads as it was back then.
How are you feeling about the tensions in America right now?
I am so hurt. I love this nation, and I hope that we get to a point where we respect each other's experiences, that we listen without defending and we speak without offending.
You know, one of my best girlfriends and I talk about that all the time, because it's a type of girlfriend that you can ask her anything and she can ask me anything, and we're different races, but we can ask about
absolutely
what is your experience and why do you look at things this way? Why do you think people are so reluctant to talk like that?
I think we're scared.
Of what?
I think there's just a fear of the unknown. I think more of the fear of the unknown than it is the fear of offending someone. But what I have noticed is that we are opening up a lot more. I'm talking with my white friends about incidents that we grew up with as children. And we talk very openly about that. I've had my friends say, you know what, when you hugged me at high school, my grandmother almost had a fit because she did not want me touching black people. And I say, isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
And we don't get mad at each other. It's our experience. It's our American song. And everybody has a story. It's so
And I want to talk about your story.
Speaking of a story.
Because I don't want to run out of time.
Yeah.
It's a romance novel, right?
It's a romance novel. Destiny Lingers is my first novel, endorsed by Dr. Maya Angelou.
I know. How wonderful is that? Before she passed, she endorsed your book.
Yes.
Oh, I know that meant the world to you, but what is it? What is in this book? What made you want to write a romance novel?
Well, you know, well, clearly I know nothing about romance if you look at my real life, but I say I've become the man I wanted to marry. But Destiny Lingers is a story. It's a creative nonfiction, so I take a little. It's about an investigative news reporter in New York City who's covering every story but not paying attention to her own life until she finds this long strand of red hair stretched across her husband's bed pillow, and the only one she knows with red hair is her best friend. You know where this is going. Well, to make a long story short, she goes down to North Carolina to get her head together, meets the police chief, uncanny familiarity. Come to find out, that's a little boy she was in love with but couldn't be with because of segregation.
Wow.
Time moves on, but destiny lingers. And this story, while it took me years to get it out, it was a hobby at first that turned now into this new career.
Yeah.
But what's so interesting is that the time that it's coming out still deals with race issues and class issues, which are so much on the forefront of what we're talking about today. And my book is also opening dialogue, and I'm really excited about that.
Yeah,
I'm really excited.
That's the bottom line that we can take away. Yeah, let's just all talk.
Let's just talk about it.
I love listening to you talk. 2 to 4 today and tomorrow at the NAACP Convention. You can go and talk more with Rolanda.
And I'll sign your book.
Yeah.
I'll sign your book.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Nice to be in Cincinnati.
Book and comedy careers. We'll be right back.